Oh my God. Such an intense game. Chelsea versus Man City. Oh my days, this is huge, this game is. Oh my God. And I know City will be up for it as well, because after they dropped points against Southampton, we cannot afford to drop points today. If it's a draw, I'll take that, but touch wood, come on, we'll win it.
So let's have a look at the teams for Chelsea.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually really happy with our starting lineup. Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, Reece James, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Lukaku and Werner. Havertz on the bench, Thiago Silva on the bench. See, I would have started Thiago Silva. That's the only thing I would have done. But yeah, other than that, though, I would have. It's such a good side. But City have got such a good side as well. Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Roger, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Jesus, and Grealish, and I'm commentating. Well, I'm commentating on this Watchalong while I'm got such a crap voice right now. I've really lost my voice today, so this is going to be hard.
It's always a very close game in recent times between these two teams. Chelsea will play it.
But we're playing a 3-2-3-2. We're playing a 5-3-2. City are playing a 4-3-3.
It's the million-dollar question. Well, Romelu Lukaku's had a huge impact on Chelsea.
Huge game. Huge game.
Already excellent team will keep in the match winner for Chelsea today.
There's Lukaku and De Bruyne, the two Belgian teammates playing for different teams. And there is Jack Grealish. Oh, it's honestly a huge game. It is a huge game.
Thomas Tuchel's doing a remarkable job with Chelsea and has his sights on winning the first title since 2017. Pep's won 3 since then, but is aware of just how hard this season's championship is going to be.
Oh my God. This can go either way. I just hope my team beats my mate Lewis's team. Michael Oliver's the referee. Thank God it's not Anthony Taylor. But you know what? I'm actually so excited for this game because it's just going to be tough as hell. Let me just put my
Both teams have only conceded 1 goal in their first 5 games. Their teams without an obvious weakness.
Oh my God! Come on, boys! And there's City's 9 fans.
It's a game that graced last season's Champions League final, and we'll do it justice once again if they end up in St. Petersburg in May.
Chelsea, Man City at Stamford Bridge in West London. Huge game, this is. Huge game. This could go either way. And City kick off. City get underway. As the champions of England face the champions of Europe.
Really good marker to see how strong both teams are. We know what they've done against other opposition, but as you rightly said before, champions of the Premier League and champions of
Walker
comes out on top.
Tries to cross it to Foden, but Christensen gets ahead of Foden.
The first thing you notice down there, Glenn, when you look at the way that Manchester...
Something's just happened to... Hang on. I've got a bit of a technical problem. I don't know what the hell's just happened. My screen's just gone black. How has my screen just gone black then? Right, well, something's happened to... I hope it's not the internet. I missed that then, because my Mac was being a right twat. What did I miss? Grealish and Reece James. Grealish trying to cross it towards the goal.
three of the matches. Ticking the combined 11 would be a nightmare with the quality of players.
God's sake.
in both
Alonso, Jorginho.
Playing out of the back like this, hardly getting hemmed in. That's twice they tried to play out, and within 30 yards they give the ball back to Manchester City.
Diaz.
What's wrong with just launching one early on to Lukaku and getting up the field?
I think you're right, Steve. If you play with two up front, you can certainly look up and stick one into his body and get your team up. Because they're very aggressive.
Walker.
They've started so aggressive pressing.
Passes it to the left to Diaz, who passes it back to the right to Bernardo Silva.
a big difference to the lineup for Manchester City from the Champions League finalists.
Laporte.
In centre midfield, he's missed a couple of matches, but he's back in there today.
See, I don't know what's happened to John Stones. I haven't seen him play hardly any this season. Anything. Kovacic tries to win the ball from Foden. Here's Bernardo Silva. Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus managing to squeeze the cross in. Aspilicueta read it well and gets it behind for the corner.
It's a corner to Man City as Aspilicueta clears it.
Good run by Kyle Walker, very unselfish. Nice ball in. Well defended by Aspilicueta.
It's a change of role for the Chelsea captain today. Back into the back three with Reece James as a wing back. And he's got a big role to play in there against this very attacking Manchester City team. I think that was the corner that was missed initially by Lukaku and then in fact by everybody else as well.
I think he might have got a really vital touch there, Dan.
Here's Grealish trying to find a way in. Christensen, the good defending back there.
Christensen wins it off Grealish. Now Lukaku.
That was really important little touch there from Lukaku because it was lined up for Diaz coming in. He might have missed it actually. I think he ducked out of it. But really aggressive start from City.
Jorginho. City have really started aggressively.
To see how this midfield three is going to work against Manchester City.
Christensen.
Last weekend at Tottenham, didn't it, in the second half? And no Mason Mount today, so Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho in there.
It's gone 3 minutes, and yeah, City really have started aggressively. As I see Thiago Silva on the bench there.
I think that's why Tuchel's looking to start that through in there again. But you haven't always got to collect the ball as a midfield player or a midfield unit from your defenders. You can actually support your front players, especially when you've got two up against them.
Oh, my voice has really gone, hasn't it?
You just can't do it. I mean, City is smothering.
They've had more of the possession, haven't they? City, go on, Werner, go on, Werner. And he's lost it. It goes straight to Diaz and Bernardo Silva, the two Portuguese starmen.
Manchester City and Rodri. City lost at Spurs and were held by Southampton last weekend, but the way they got the title last season tells you
Cancelo.
Grealish looking to escape the streetwise Aspilicueta over there for Chelsea.
Yeah, Aspilicueta just cleans out Reece James. Bit of a shove from Jack Grealish, help him on his way.
Going to be Mendy's goal kick.
They've put Reece James in there as a wing back, but defensively with Aspilicueta and Reece James there, Jack Grealish is really going to find it hard. I'm interested to see how he goes about getting some space and getting in behind those two.
Yes, I know Laporte is back in today. Kyle Walker.
He's freaking so underrated, though, isn't he, Laporte? He's absolutely class.
Last season, Thiago Silva started that match but went off injured. He's on the bench today. And the early possession being dominated by the visitors, Manchester City.
Here's Bernardo Silva. Passes it to Jesus on the right. Alonso tries to take him on.
Also got a piece of it. Christensen cleared the ball away.
I also know City will be up for this because Pep Guardiola has never beaten Thomas Tuchel. Especially during his time as City, as Jesus and Rudiger collide. Jesus stays down.
Jesus flying into the hoardings. As you can see, those electronic ones. I mean, it was
Rudiger brings him up.
No problem there. We just hope.
He did win the ball, though, didn't he, Rudiger? He did win the ball, but Jesus does finally get up.
Phil Foden's come out to take the
Foden's going to take the corner.
There's a comfortable take.
Goes straight to Chelsea's goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy.
Today, having missed the last 3 matches after being involved in a collision during the Zenit St. Petersburg match. And I know that Thomas Tuchel and the medical team here have worked really hard.
Alonso nearly lost the ball to De Bruyne then.
Again, rolls the ball out the keeper there, but Alonso, De Bruyne straight away, all over him. Just that's fine, but Chelsea again.
Jorginho tries to find Werner, but Laporte's all over Werner, and Werner then loses the ball. And now here comes Rodri for City. Now Ruben Diaz, Kovacic all over him.
A fair deal of work in there for Ruben Diaz to do. They do tend to put each other into pressurised situations at their own penalty area, don't they?
It's the fact that he takes his time, doesn't he? The goalkeeper, he feels as if he's got all the time in the world. He's got so much confidence.
Here's Azpilicueta. And then Werner loses it to Foden, and now here's Jesus. Rodri. Cancelo on the left. Now it's gone to the right as Walker tries to place it to Jesus. But it's a goal kick to Chelsea.
City have failed to score in 3 of their 8 games this season, which is out of character for them, but they got 5 in the wins against Norwich and Arsenal and 6 against Leipzig and 6 more against Wickham here in the League Cup on Tuesday.
One of the group of fans is singing champions, champions. I don't know, it'll be one of them, but I don't know what. It's either our fans or City's 9 fans.
The only goal they conceded in the Premier League was a Mo Salah penalty at Anfield. In fact, both of these teams have only conceded the 1 goal so far in the Premier League.
That was better play from Chelsea.
That's not a foul.
Around the corner from Jorginho. Werner takes it on the
Werner was looking for it a little bit, but not quite. That wasn't a foul in any way at all. But Chelsea get a free kick anyway. Here's Azpilicueta. Now passing it to Reece James on the right. Now Jorginho, now Rudiger's going to try and take the City midfield on. As Kovacic tries to play it to Werner, which he does, then to Alonso, who then loses the ball. I'll be right back. I'm going to fill my bottle of water up.
Marcelo looking for Foden. Christensen across for Chelsea. And then Reece James a bit too strong over the ground.
Absolutely killing me. Maybe it's just because he's fresh as weeks. Yeah, maybe it's just because it's fresh this week still.
Isn't he? Reece James. I can see why Jack Grealish wanted the foul, but there just catches his ankle.
Oh my God.
But again,
10.5 minutes. And it's goalless.
It's a massive week of Champions League football coming up. Big week for Manchester City in general.
When I say we've got it big against Juve in the Champions League coming soon, Man City have got PSG. That is a big night. And obviously we've got Juventus on Wednesday.
You can see Manchester United, Everton in this lot next week.
Oh, it's Manchester United Everton next Saturday at Old Trafford.
And that's available on BT Sport Box Office. It's interesting today, Glenn, to see this combination up front of Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku, because there has been a school of thought this season that Werner might well just relish playing off Lukaku in that way, and it might just get him to show the kind of form that we saw at Leipzig from
Rodri.
Yes, I think in the final it did cause them all sorts of problems getting in. behind.
Bernardo Silva.
They have to bank up, defend like they City have got the ball. They've
Jesus.
got right with the ball. Probably got to get De Bruyne on the ball a little bit more. He hasn't had a touch yet, but no, I think the ball over the top for Werner is going to be a good ploy for Chelsea, but it's getting the right player, with his head.
Laporte tries to play it to Jesus on the right.
They haven't had a chance to do that, Chelsea.
Here's a challenge there by Jesus. You mentioned the match they got in midweek. Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, Steve, in the Champions League, and of course then they've got Liverpool next weekend as well. So it is one of those weeks that.
Oh yeah, of course they have got Liverpool next week, haven't they? City.
Games back to back. They want to try and get up to the best possible start here at Stamford Bridge.
Absolutely, the games and the preparation look after themselves. It's just getting the right result today and then rolling forward to take on PSG, as we know.
Kovacic lost the ball then. City have won a throw-in.
It's Ruben Diaz. And Merrick Laporte.
He's going to play it to Cancelo on the left. And now plays it further left to
This
Grealish.
is the problem Chelsea have. Look, both strikers are staying up defensively with the centre backs. But both fullbacks.
City have had way more possession than we have so far.
They're trying to get pressure on them. There's always a spare man, Cancelo on the other side. It's very difficult for Chelsea to get to hunt the ball down.
So check if my window's open. Yeah, it is.
Laporte finds Foden, Rodri.
There's Bernardo Silva.
Silva.
Going to play it to Jesus on the right.
Jesus has Kyle Walker on the overlap.
Rudiger trying to get rid of it by concentrating on Jesus. But now it goes back to Rodri. Manchester City's defensive midfielder. De Bruyne tries to take Alonso on and passes it to Jesus, but Kovacic wins it back for Chelsea. But Jesus has lost it. No, Kovacic has lost it to Jesus. And here's Grealish.
He loses out there to Reece James.
Diaz. Well, Diaz, Walker and Rodri are just trying to play it as in a triangle then, as Werner tries to win the ball off one of those three.
It's a nice ball into Kevin De Bruyne. He's got two in the middle.
And Alonso didn't get rid of it. Oh my God, why has it done it again? Fuck's sake. There's something wrong with my internet today. It's just gone blank. Oh my God. Apologies for this, by the way, everyone. I did not intend for BT Sport to be an absolute Mongol. And I don't know what the hell happened then, because it just cut out.
That's what Chelsea have to do. It was just a clearance really from the Man City press. And then the 2-on-2.
Wi-Fi is meant to be working as well.
And then the breaking.
I think that's the little risk that they're prepared to do. They're going to leave the two up, which allows the two fullbacks, as I've said, for City to be spare. And it's a really hard job for the three in midfield to come.
I literally come to halls of residence to have better Wi-Fi than I have the last 2 years in my basement of a room.
That's what Chelsea are looking for.
And things still cut out. Oh, for God's sake.
There we go, just a clearance there. Not accurate, but pump forward, 2-on-2. You see Cancelo's a little bit deeper at watching Vane, and he could have easily stopped and played him on. In the end, the arm went up, but it was too late. And he just does enough to put Lukaku off.
But Chelsea got a goal kick. And it goes straight to Rodri.
Maybe just hurried it a little bit, trying to get the ball out to Jack Grealish, which gave Chelsea the chance to win it back again.
And Werner tries to win it back, and then it goes to Bernardo Silva, and now it's gone to Walker. We've had hardly any possession this game. City have dominated possession so far this game. Yes, it's about scoring, but we need to attack more. We're just being too defensive, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing.
Thomas Tuchel didn't win any of the meetings in Germany, but he's won all three since joining Chelsea against Pep Guardiola. He described the game against Manchester City as a benchmark in the matchday programme today. It's an early opportunity for.
Come on, Rudiger, show them what you're made of. Go on. Go on, Werner. Right, take Diaz on, please. Please take Ruben Diaz on. Go on. I swear Walker handballed it then. I swear Kyle Walker handballed it. It did. Oh, it touched his elbow. It touched his elbow. No wonder the fans are asking if for a penalty. But to be honest, I wouldn't say that's enough to be a penalty with that handball. It wasn't quite deliberate. It reached there. It's not hugely serious, is it? But yeah, well. He didn't actually fully hit his hand, did it?
For Manchester City.
Yeah, he knows he's going nowhere near the ball, just makes the foul, doesn't he? Good referee, we should say, Fletch. Wanted to see if he could play on, if City could have got the break, but Chelsea won the ball and just brought it back then.
Right, just gone 18 minutes as Grealish tries to take on Azpilicueta.
Ruben Diaz and Aymeric Laporte on their way in.
Nose is killing me.
14 different scorers in all competitions. 11 different players have scored for them in the Premier League already. Corner taken by De Bruyne.
Get in, Mendy. I honestly thought De Bruyne was going to whip that into a City player and they would have scored, but that was brilliant from Mendy. Then it went straight to Mendy. Here's Alonso. Is that another handball situation then? Because I don't know if Rodri handballed that then. Oh, no, then don't do that, because then that's similar to Reece James, wasn't it? So, yeah, no, correct decision to play on. If it is knee and then his hand. Grealish tries to play it to De Bruyne, but Kovacic wins the ball for Chelsea. Here's Werner. Loses it to Diaz. As Alonso tries to win it off Gabriel Jesus. But it's gone back to Diaz.
Well, they've only got round the back once when De Bruyne made a fabulous run, pull one back. That's the only time, what is it, 19, nearly 20 minutes. They've had so much possession. And on top of this game, football-wise, but Chelsea looking to break on them. You're right. Azpilicueta, for instance, has been excellent. It goes in tight and he reads the situation and the ball goes in behind him.
Jack Grealish.
Grealish passes it to Walker. So you look at that. City's 131 passes compared to Chelsea's 55.
It's his position to lose the left wing back position for Chelsea at the moment. Alonso, Ben Chilwell hasn't had a look in.
We really need to step up our passes if we want to have a chance at attacking like City have been doing.
This season has played a couple of matches for England though. Laporte. Last touch is a Chelsea touch.
It's a throw into City. BT really has been a nightmare today for connection, and I'm just wondering when the hell my screen's going to go black next and watch me miss a goal if it happens.
That looked a bit of a mismatch to me.
Oh, we got a beef there between Lukaku and Bernardo Silva.
It was these two, Bernardo Silva and Rudiger, having a little.
Oh, and Rudiger and Bernardo Silva, but
Rudiger onto Laporte in the box.
Guess that's the point of that's part of competitiveness.
That's another mismatch, isn't it? His future at the moment is one of the main topics of conversation here at Chelsea, whether he's going to stay or whether he's going to go.
Walker.
Walker lifting more forward here towards Foden and Shea.
And it goes on to Christensen's back, and then and then Alonso wins it as him and De Bruyne collide. But Rodri wins the ball for Man City. Walker. Jesus Christ, Rudiger did so well to get to that then. I was Bernardo Silva would have crossed it in. Diaz. And it goes to his compatriot, Bernardo Silva. Now Gabriel Jesus. Jorginho tries to win it, but does win it as Alonso passes it to him. And now Kante taking on fellow defensive midfielder Rodri. And then it goes to Cancelo and Lukaku. But now Reece James has it for Chelsea.
Doesn't seem any real desire, Glenn, for Chelsea to play the ball forward. They were quite keen to get back, weren't they? As soon as they crossed the halfway line, really.
Yeah, they're getting pressed so quickly. I mean, City have been brilliant on the ball. They've had plenty of possession without cracking too much. But I'm impressed that the next
Come on, Reece.
ball, you go and press. The next one will be with you. There goes the one. The next
Reece
one.
has hardly touched the ball so far.
The pressing is as good as anything I've seen. They're really going for this. They're saying to Chelsea, can you play?
And then there's Rudiger. He's touched the ball so many times.
There's Alonso, Carl Walker there, giving away.
Ah, you bastards. But it's all right, we've won it back.
Against Manchester City. It's only the second time that he started in the Premier League this season at N'Golo Kante. The amount of ground that the Chelsea midfield's going to have to cover today, he's essential in there.
Well, he is. They're going to have to. Those three in midfield already have just run and run and run. Without
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I was just passion.
Because they're going sideways all the time. Kovacic comes out to Walker. And then obviously Kante tries to get out to Cancelo. The two strikers are just told to stay up and we'll just hit them on the break.
Come on, boys.
Cancelo moving through. Aspilicueta got the last touch. Michael Oliver says
City's got a corner.
Yeah, excellent by Cancelo. Really positive. I think he feels his teammates because he was already in the box and just crossed to a real positive run.
The two City centre-backs have arrived in the Chelsea box. They'll try and get a better delivery from out there on that side. Towards the near post from De Bruyne. Alonso able to block it behind.
Another corner for City as Alonso gets rid of it.
Yeah, City have put a couple of players in there on Mendy this time, just to put him under some pressure. There's three of them in there now.
Well, one of the bodies around the Chelsea goalkeeper. De Bruyne with a bit more pace.
Jesus, I thought Diaz was going to score then. Werner goes down.
Yeah, he dealt with that well because he'd come and collected two unopposed, but there he was right.
That punch from Mendy, Jesus Christ, that was brilliant.
Ruben Diaz looking for the run here of Phil Foden.
Oh, Jesus, I thought Foden was going to completely win it then, but Christensen managed to get the ball back for Chelsea.
Cesar Aspilicueta continues to be such an important player for Chelsea. He's only missed 19 league games over the last 6 seasons, and there have been 6 permanent managers during that run. He's about to pass Dennis Wise on the all-time list of appearances here at Stamford Bridge. And moving to seventh
Well, he's a
place.
legend, isn't he, for our club, Azpilicueta, isn't he?
In terms of
Absolutely
wins
love
in
him.
the Premier League, behind only John Terry, Frank Lampard, and Petr Cech. And there's still concern here for Reece James, which I'm pretty sure is a legacy of that earlier challenge from Jack Grealish.
I think Thiago Silva's going to come on.
On his own, nowhere near the ball, and as you saw, Thiago Silva's Saliba had been told to go and warm up. It looks quite ominous for Reece James.
Oh, my ears are
The
hurting.
obvious change would be Azpilicueta back in the wing-back position and bring a centre-back on.
If Thiago Silva comes on, Reece James is going to come off. And Amis Azpilicueta will play right wing-back.
Whatever the scenario is.
They certainly have got options, haven't they, Chelsea? This squad goes so deep. But I think, looking at the game, I think he will put Azpilicueta out there. Azpilicueta, as you were talking about in Darren earlier, has been absolutely...
Here the City fans chanting Champions of England. Well, City's 9 fans chanting Champions of England, but yeah.
He could go offensive. He could look at it and put somebody attacking him, but I don't think he will, because he's looking at the City scene and saying, well, you know, how can we get through them?
But this drinks break will be over in a minute. But both teams are looking to open the scoring. But City have had more possession than Chelsea have.
We've got to get to the front first and get the ball. Midfield players have got to get it off the front players, not always from their back players.
And one thing that won't surprise anybody is that Thomas Tuchel's gone for experience over youth. He's opted for Thiago Silva.
Go on, Thiago Silva. It's a shame for Reece James, but it's a shame for Reece James. But he'll be back soon. We love you, Reece.
He's been playing really well, hasn't he, Thiago? Huge amount of experience, no problem whatsoever for him to come on and Azpilicueta move forward into Reece James. You don't like anybody going off, of course, after an accidental injury like that. You hope.
So our 2 Spaniards will be our wing backs, Azpilicueta and Alonso.
Thomas Tuchel mentioned in his interview that he took a little bit of a knock in training, but we'll wait and see how he is.
So there is Thiago Silva, 37 years old. He became Chelsea's second oldest Premier League goal scorer when he got one against Tottenham. As only Didier Drogba has scored in the Premier League older than him. And he's going to slot into the Chelsea back three with Azpilicueta moving out there to the wing-back position. That's going to be
He'll be back soon, Reece James. You never know, he might be back for the Juve game, but I don't know. It is on Wednesday night.
Christensen in that right-hand channel now has got to do the same job as his captain did and give him plenty of cover.
Cancelo. First tester over there on that side of the Chelsea defence for Christensen, and Azpilicueta quickly on the scene to help out.
I don't know whether Tuchel had a chance just to talk there while Reece James was being substituted, but Chelsea looked as if they were pressing a little bit higher. First time that they've gone and had a press and pushed in the wing back. So let's have a look to see if they can press higher, because I think it's needed that back five needs to be up halfway line.
Rodri. Werner has a look at him, as does Kante.
He found himself surrounded. Although Kante was nearest to him.
Diaz.
Now Kyle Walker.
Walker.
It's a nice ball into
The nice ball into De Bruyne. That is.
Blocked by Christensen. Foden couldn't keep it alive. Up goes Kovacic.
Oh, get rid of it, boys. Thank you, Rudiger.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ball by Kyle Walker, right through the lines, right through the eye.
Such a good ball from Kyle Walker. I honestly thought De Bruyne was going to have a chance of scoring.
See his appreciation.
It's hard to get past that great wall of Chelsea, though, isn't it, Glenn?
Yeah, and when you get past it, you get a blocker. You normally get somebody diving in and making blocks. So that's why they're so well drilled as a back five.
That's a foul on Grealish.
Grealish goes down.
The guilty party.
Yeah, that is a foul, I'm afraid. From Azpilicueta, that is a foul.
Manchester City only managed one shot on target against
Walker.
Southampton last week in the 0-0 draw at the Etihad, and they found it hard to generate.
So look at that, 70% possession to Chelsea's 30. We've been defending for our lives this game so far.
But it would do when you met with Chelsea playing like this, just everybody behind the ball.
Here's Cancelo. De Bruyne. There's been no space at all.
Go on, Kante. Tries to find Werner, but Ederson comes out to clear it.
I don't mind the Chelsea ball just over the top like that. At least it gets them to where they are now, and they've got to throw in, but they're 30 yards away from goal. You just don't want them to keep coming back here all the time. They just lose a little bit of momentum.
I think with this lad on now, Silva, I think he's one that looks forward and passes forward and has got a really good vision to play a ball over the top with quality.
Alonso's turn to look long, headed up by Cancelo.
Alonso tries to find Kante, but Rodri wins it for City. Now Grealish.
Rodri
has a goal, my God. That deflected off one of our players as well.
It wasn't a great ball forward by Marcus Alonso with his right foot. City break. As a false to Rodri. I think his shot was originally going wide, wasn't it? It was always fading wide.
Deflected off Rudiger as well.
See what Foden can do from
This is
side.
City's 6th corner as Foden takes it.
It's a better one. It's headed away by Thiago.
Get rid of it, boys. I was headed away. Oh, my God. That was brilliant by Jorginho, but City have got another corner.
Brilliant twice by Jorginho. First, this header there, Jorginho.
Like, I honestly thought Foden really was going to have a go then, but that was brilliantly cleared by Jorginho. But City have yet another corner.
Foden again from this side. Mendy getting something on it.
Mendy tries to punch it away.
Here's Bernardo Silva, swung back in again. Jorginho there again for Chelsea.
Go on, Timo.
Taken off in there by Gabriel Jesus.
And he's lost it.
Wow, they've won the ball back so quickly, City, haven't they? In this first half, pressed Chelsea really well. It's not the first man that's hunting the ball down, the second one wins it.
Their fans are quiet, they're louder than ours. It's actually ridiculous.
Chelsea's back here to Ruben Diaz. Phil Foden quickly on the move in the middle. Christensen net it for Chelsea, and then Antonio Rudiger. There's
Laporte, Cancelo, Grealish. Will Christensen take him on?
Christensen
Tries to. City have won a corner.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test for Jack Grealish today, especially if he goes on the outside. He obviously see him coming on his right foot, but he's chosen 3 or 4 times to go on the outside. But he can't get across him. There's a block every single time.
By Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne tries to cross it in, but the cross is way too high.
He was in there. And there's the man on the bench who won the Champions League final back in
There's Ben Chilwell and Kai Havertz, both on the bench.
He's got a role to play today. You can see the way the game's being played, why Thomas Tuchel's gone for further up there with Lukaku. It's a fascinating tactical battle between the two managers and the two teams as well.
Well, on paper, Fletch, that does work. And what you saw him do...
Kovacic, Jorginho.
But you've got to get somebody on the ball to actually provide that ball over the top. They can't get free. They can't get their head up in midfield. And so they could make them sort of passes. They're being pressed every single time there's possession. Look, balls back to the goalkeeper again.
Information there of how hard it's been for Chelsea to get good possession around the Manchester City box.
Lukaku tries to win it, but City win it.
He's not been a factor at all, has he? Lukaku.
He's been so quiet this first half, Lukaku has.
He loses the ball in a good
And when I said Reece James was quiet, he was even, Rom's been even more quiet. And Reece James has come off for Thiago Silva.
I know he hasn't been in the game, his concentration levels might be just falling away a little bit. But that's what he's there for, to hold that up and bring his teammates into the game and get up the field.
Particularly on the pressure they've been under for the last 30 odd minutes. It's just non-stop. Those strikers have got to make the book stick, as you say, Steve.
There's some space out there for Cancelo.
There's Cancelo.
Manchester City, Thiago Silva there for Chelsea.
Thiago Silva tries to header it out, but Alonso kicks it away. Laporte. Alonso's compatriot, but he's playing for the other team. Rodri, another Spanish player, but playing for Man City. De Bruyne has a go, but it goes over.
It's a rare sighter of goal, though, for Manchester City.
Yeah, not closed down quick enough. Normally he's better than that. Normally it's on target, isn't it, with a De Bruyne shot. Admittedly, the goalkeeper probably would have saved it, but still.
There's the German manager, Hansi Flick, alongside Michael Ballack.
Legend. It's Ballack watching the game. Oh, I love the guy. He's one of my favourite players of all time. Kovacic. Christensen.
I think if you set the two managers down then at this stage and say, what would you say about the game so far? They're probably both relatively happy with the way it's gone because they've set the teams up to play like this today. Chelsea to be hard to break down, and City kind of knew they were going to get the ball.
Yeah, but mind you, that is a good point. Knowing how Tuchel and Pep play, I think I kind of knew that we were going to be hard to break down and City would be the ones getting most of the ball because they're such an attacking side. We're such a defensive part of the bus side. Rudiger tries to play it to Azpilicueta. As Grealish manages to keep it in, De Bruyne goes down.
It's the first time Chelsea have had both wing-backs in the last third. And when you come here to Stamford Bridge at home, you see that all the time. That's a pattern that they look for. There's the foul. Jorginho, definite foul. But the first time that both
foul by Jorginho as
each other,
frustrations pile on Thomas Tuchel.
Got to get players up the pitch.
Both managers showing a bit of frustration.
But this is the two best coaches of Europe last season going head-to-head. No wonder they both made the Champions League final. Two of the best managers in the world going head-to-head. A Titanic German and a Titanic Spaniard. It's De Bruyne, though, but it goes to Mendy.
Oh, it was a gorgeous ball, wasn't it? Win the ball back again, City.
And City win it off Kante. And now here's Foden. Jesus is in there. Get rid of it, boys. And it's gone wide from Gabriel Jesus.
That's fabulous move again. Look, one-touch football, beautifully fighted ball from Foden. Comes off his sort of shoulder a little bit there. He's got to keep that down. Yeah. Lovely little touch off his shoulder. He's got to work harder to get his right shoulder, down and just stay over the top of the ball. Still no shot on target.
Never hides his emotions, does he? The Manchester City manager. He's playing his 11th game against Chelsea today. Gabriel Jesus.
None of the teams have had shots on target, but Chelsea have had one attempt. Manchester City have 6. That just goes to show that Pep Guardiola's side have been predictably the more attacking side with their attacking display of football, Pep's attacking display of football, and Chelsea have been the more defensive side with Thomas Tuchel's display of being hard to break down.
Silva picks up that loose ball from Rudiger. This challenge well over there by Aston Equator.
Christensen. Nearly 3 minutes to the end of the first half and added time. As Lukaku goes down.
That's a lot better from the Chelsea number 9.
Yeah, just leans into him.
It's a lot better from Ron, but he gets brung down by Aymeric Laporte.
Gives just Chelsea's back five a little bit of a breather.
Jorginho.
I mean, we all love our teams to play nice, entertaining football, but at times it needs to go up to the big man, doesn't it? It needs to go up to him. You see there, Lukaku makes a run. His arms are thrown in the air because he doesn't receive it.
That's a wonderful ball. Thiago Silva.
Go on, Az. That was a wonderful ball by Thiago Silva. Go on, Kante.
Here's a goal of Kante. Alonso the target now.
Not quite.
Defended it easily for Manchester City. I think everybody in Stamford Bridge can see the ball had to go in early to Lukaku.
Absolutely. The pass from Jorginho sets everything in motion. Look at the numbers in the box. We can't get back to Mark Werner. Had to go in. Had to go in.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Werner tries to look at him, but it goes to Walker as Alonso tries to win the ball off Kyle Walker, but it goes back to Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Cancelo. And loses it to Jorginho. Now here's Romelu Lukaku. Werner tries to pass it to Werner, but it goes straight to Ruben Diaz. Now Rodri. Alonso wins it off Gabriel Jesus. Werner looks for a foul but loses the ball. And now Manchester City have taken advantage here. Jesus versus Rudiger. It's a corner to City.
Just that point there on Werner. Werner and Lukaku, they're staying up front and they're making it easy for those two. Look, defender behind, stay square. Their defensive position has got to be outside the centre halves. If they're only outside, then they've got a chance of the ball over the top, and they're not going to be facing going back to their own goal so much.
Foden's corner.
Foden with the corner. What a bad one. Ruben Diaz was coming in. It was well headed away by Christensen. Here's Cancelo.
Cancelo versus Kovacic as Cancelo tries to bring it back in for City. Goes straight to Mendy.
The Chelsea crowd are getting restless because they want to see their team attack a lot more.
Kante.
I do just wonder though, with the three they've got in midfield, there's not really a passer in there, there's not really a creator in there. No. It has to be that long ball up to Werner and the
2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. This has been a very intense 45 minutes. Alonso versus Walker. And, well, Alonso might get a yellow card for that, as him and Walker have a bit of a tussle. But referee says play on. Well, free kick to City, I mean, sorry. Diaz.
Diaz looking for Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus managed to beat Rudiger that time, but Chelsea do win it back. And here is Jorginho.
City have pressed fantastically in the first half. There's been no time at all for the Chelsea player in possession.
Now here's Azpilicueta. Rodri slips as Kante wins the ball, and now here's Werner. But City header it out. But now it goes to Kovacic, and then Kante, and then Azpilicueta.
Straight at Rodri and away by Kevin De Bruyne. Jorginho. Good work by Foden. Not once but twice. Cancelo then giving the slip to Werner. But Jesus finding a bit of space here for Walker.
Rodri. Now Cancelo.
Opportunity in the first half now for Manchester City. Jack Grealish.
Grealish is going to try and take Azpilicueta on. Instead he crosses it to Jesus, but he doesn't quite do enough for Manchester City. And that is the half-time whistle. Very intense first half, as the possession was dominated by Manchester City with their attacking style of play. But Chelsea have defended for their lives against the champions of England. And at half-time, it's the champions of Europe 0, the champions of England 0. Holy Christ, that was an intense first half.
Still got it. All the fights are trilogy. Boy, you're not going to follow. This is not a game.
This is unfinished business.
I can't hear you soccer.
Biggest puncher.
There we go.
Makes the best boxer. I'm willing to sacrifice everything. Very dangerous man. Who landed up this time? I'm looking for a big knockout. When that bell rings, it's going to be a war.
Money Super 7. What on earth were you thinking? It was reckless. It was ill-advised. It was fabulous. Our antics could have compromised our entire operation. But you did save Dan £253 on his car insurance.
The Money Super 7, helping Britain save on car insurance and so much more. Super Save with Money Supermarket.
Oh my days, yeah, that was very intense. I'm talking to my mate who's a Man City fan right now about how that first half went.
Time for a new car? Go to CarWow. Our impartial car reviews will help you choose your perfect car. Pick your preferred dealer based on location and upfront price, or without having to haggle. You can even trade in your old car through us too. And we'll help you get a good price for it based on its condition. CarWow, the car buying comparison site.
The wait is finally over. Screwfix Live is back. It's packed with exclusive deals from the brands you love. It's rammed with must-see product demos. It's crammed with epic
Days.
And much, much more. You don't want to miss this. Getting involved is easier than ever, as it's all coming direct to you. Join us every day on screwfix.com, starting this Monday.
You probably think Visa is a credit card company. Actually, it's a network. Connecting just about everyone to just about everyone else. It can open eyes with a cup of coffee and change minds about what makes a business a business. And it's helping to connect everyone, everywhere. Meet Visa, a network working for everyone.
James, go on.
Right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna do some lunch for the time being. While they talk about the first half, and then I'll be back for the second half.
friend. Aren't you glad it's raining, sunshining, total eclipsing? The perfect time to hit up Just Eat for a Costa coffee. Bread, Starbucks, with your favorite latte, Abella's and Tom's baguette, caramel macchiato. So order now, like whenever, or right now. Because whatever you want, you crazy cat. Costa, bread, Starbucks, we got it.
If somebody say just eat.
I've got a new routine you might want to try. Okay. Yeah, you ready? Yeah. It's called turning the lights off. Yeah, but you know how it is when the fans ask, lighting needs to be ready, mate. Right, dude, look at this. Look how much energy we're wasting every single year. That cannot be good for the planet, and that's what this is all about. The BT Big Sofa Summit. Finding ways to use smart tech at home to help the environment. Come on, man, let's do it. Come on. Sorry.
Whatever you do, keep it fresh.
Ah, what a machine.
If it's all
Welcome back, nice to have your company all square in the Battle of the Bridge this lunchtime. Just to remind you that UFC 266, though, goes down tonight live from Vegas. Another fight for you, featuring a stats card, including the return of Nick Diaz after 6 years out, plus 2 other huge title fights tonight from 1 o'clock in the morning. We're reflecting on that first half in the company of Jolien, Joe and Rio. And look, Manchester City have dominated 66% of the possession, not a single shot on target.
Yeah, and that would be an area Pep will be wanting to improve 100%, but you have to be impressed with the way they've pressed the ball. Forget possession. The way they've pressed this team, intensity all over the park. They haven't allowed this Chelsea team to play any type of football. Chelsea are at home, by the way, and they've been forced to defend all that first half by a couple of different times, but they've made that happen. And that's from not just holding the ball, keeping the ball, playing the press. And Chelsea, their defensive record speaks for itself. They've had to defend, and we've spoken about them playing in a back three all season, and since Tuchel's come in today, they've been a back five. They've been forced to play like that, Joe, haven't they?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's the first time that they've been a back five, and you've been able to recognise it, and they've looked uncomfortable doing it. Yes, obviously they've kept not much of a threat from Man City, but overall, Chelsea are not as comfortable as we've seen them early in the season.
Listen, at the end of the day as well, there you see it there on the screen. Pen back, having to defend. Yeah, they haven't had I think they've had 1 shot on target all game. But at the end of the day, you've got to go out there and you've got to play. You've got to be brave. And I think the braver team today, with the ball and without the ball, have been City in the first half. But listen, this Chelsea team have been a threat when they've played back to front quickly, but they've not done it enough.
The boys have nailed it. In the last 6-7 months, Chelsea have managed to drop into this system, but still look comfortable and in control of the game. Today they look like they're defending resolutely and stoutly, but there's no balance between getting out and getting the ball through the lines. Where they've missed Mount or Havertz to get that ball and carry it up the way, they've not got that. So Werner and Lukaku, who I think will be furious at half time, because there's so much space in behind, there's so many opportunities for them to be the ball play. This is where they got it right, Jake. It goes up, it sticks. Tino running right on the line, Benzie's running, and it's in behind. This was few and far between. It should have happened much more. But if you're them, you're walking in that dressing room now and you're saying, listen, if you see it, play it. Because there's always a way to beat Man City. It's to play it in behind the run. There, he sees the space, he runs in, he's one-on-one, he drives. And these are the only time Chelsea have joy.
So I want to see Lukaku and Werner getting up against their players when the ball goes up. Give me the ball. Put the ball behind. The space is there. You can see it. We're sitting in line with it on the side of the pitch. We're going, just play the ball. One of the strikers has to go back and say, oh, listen, if you don't give me that ball, I'm going to come in and going to go bananas after the game.
Because as well as Diaz and Laporte have done, they don't want to be running back to the goal. No defender enjoys running back, especially when you've got Werner and Lukaku, the strengths they have.
Interesting stuff. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Well, it's been two contrasting styles out on the pitch today. One area, though, where these two managers are absolutely in line, though.
is when it comes to passion. We're sitting just behind them. They've hardly sat down. Thomas Tuchel in particular has been constantly barking orders to his players. They'll be busy right now delivering their half-time analysis. Second half is next. It's step on the pace here. No shot. Delivery. One, two, three, hit it.
Watchmen! Hey! I got something that makes me want to shout. Watchmen! I got something that tells me what it's all about. I got soul, and I'm super bad.
Introducing the all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E.
Get 10 Pepsi minute bills for $4.99. Feel like a big deal.
My science can predict the destiny of mankind.
His calculations are correct. The Empire is dying.
You can't save yourselves, but you can save humanity's story.
It takes more power to build than to burn, and I want to build.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Take a look in the mirror. How do you see it? Do you see it clearer?
When people are looking to you, you want to be ready. Your face says so much without saying a word. Trust your shape to the best and put your best face forward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
In all the years I've known Evans, I've never seen him so happy.
And I said, well, you should come here, you'd love it.
And so I did.
And so he did.
I mean, I didn't say yes immediately.
It took him about 5 seconds.
So how's it going?
Really, really well, mate.
I didn't get some nice biscuits.
That's the third time this week.
Chris Evans at breakfast, Graham Norton at the weekend, Virgin Radio.
Oh my God, that slam. Okay, right, adverts are on, so
NBA 2K22, available now.
Borders can be useful, but not always. Glass ceiling, classic border.
You're not listening to me.
No, you're not listening.
Political borders, very popular these days. Sometimes the borders are within. But when we see beyond borders, we see opportunity everywhere. There's one.
There is no Glanville Street. Oh, there it is.
No doubt it's a massive game at Stamford Bridge to start your Premier League weekend. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage. When you're done, BT Sports Go.
Indeed, 4 Premier League games kicking off at 3 o'clock. All the scores from those, plus the rest of the Football League and Scottish Premiership as well. We'll see you a bit later.
We will indeed look forward to it. Thank you, Darryl. Jules, that man looks rather stressed, doesn't he? Plenty of Pep Guardiola to be chewing over at the moment. His side haven't failed to score in successive Premier League games since he's been in charge. Let's see what happens here, though. By the way, 0-0 in the other game this lunchtime, Manchester United, that's the Villa. But let's get back to it, Darren Fletcher, Stephen Manaman and Glenn Hoddle for the second half.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, fellas. I mean, one thing that's worth pointing out as well is that we've talked a lot in the first half about how resolute Chelsea are as a defensive team. 7 hours and 20 minutes now since Manchester City last conceded a goal in the Premier League, scored by Son in their first Premier League match of the season. So they are able to combine being a genuine attacking threat and being rock solid at the other end as well. The big challenge, I suppose, Glenn, in the second half is whether we can see a bit more of that from Chelsea.
Yeah, I just wonder if Tuchel says to, I think it's the two strikers for me, if they can just, the tactics there, they've got to go into a 5 the way City are playing against them. But for me, just get them on the outside of the centre-backs. They're prepared to leave 2v2 and not defend, but get them in a slightly better position to put that ball over the top.
So no changes made at half-time by the respective managers. Chelsea forced into one in the first half when Reece James went off injured. He was replaced by Thiago Silva. Led to a bit of a reshuffle at the back. Christensen coming out to the right side of the back three, and that's Equator as a wing-back. They've done too much of that in the game so far, haven't they, Chelsea? Given the ball back to Manchester City, which is partly down to just how well City have been pressing, Steve, but they haven't looked after the ball that well, Chelsea, either.
No. And they have to do more of that. When in doubt, get it forward to Lukaku and Werner, and then the onus is on the two forwards then to try and make the ball stick and to hold the ball up so the defenders can get up. But Chelsea are the home team. They're the team who have to improve in the second half. They have to be a little bit more positive, don't they? They have to change the way they play from the first half.
Rodri to Bernardo Silva and Walker.
Right, second half.
On a little piece of it was just enabled Thiago Silva to get.
Second half is underway.
It's played in the main for Manchester City today in that false 9.
I've got my timer set, so I shouldn't have any problems with my chicken.
Defending done there by Ruben Diaz. Joao Cancelo onto Jack Grealish.
We just saw two balls from the goalkeeper going forward, and that's not the greatest.
Oh man, well.
Really, they're straight on. It's difficult for Lukaku to flick that onto his partner, Werner up front. They've got to really get them on the angle.
Smart way off there by Werner, but then Jorginho.
Here's Rodri.
Manchester City. Rodri onto De Bruyne. Here's Grealish.
Here's Grealish.
Christensen with work to do.
Christensen's trying to have work to do.
Here's Cancelo. Kevin De Bruyne. Grealish. Grealish has found a little gap.
Here's Grealish. Oh, get rid of it. Jesus, why are you giving it to De Bruyne in that position? Bloody hell. Jesus, and that's to me probably City's best shot of the game so far.
Great run by Joao Cancelo. Aspilicueta has to leave that gap. He just gets that a little bit wrong. But excellent start again from Manchester City. Real positive play, going forward, causing problems.
Twice in the same passage of play there, Glenn. They managed to get Grealish into a good position, didn't they?
And twice they won the ball back again. You know, Chelsea had it for a second, give it away, and City come back at them. And things will just start opening up a little bit. Whether they can keep pressing that energy in City, they might fall away and fall off it a little bit in the last 20 minutes, but that's what Chelsea might be looking at.
Might be the time when Pep Guardiola considers the likes of Raheem Sterling, Riyad Mahrez, possibly Ferran Torres. There are fresh attacking legs on the bench.
Yeah, that's the one that interests me. Riyad Mahrez.
Of course, they could bring Mahrez on, couldn't they? It wouldn't surprise me at all.
That position there I think it'd suit Mahrez. He's a better winger than Gabriel Jesus.
Here's Jesus. Rudiger tries to take him on.
Rudiger more problems. I think he's better in the one-on-one situation. There's De Bruyne and now Bernardo Silva. Plenty of pace on the cross. It was in towards Grealish and headed away by Azpilicueta. Rodri. Laporte out to Cancelo, quickly closed down by Azpilicueta. Given away to Christensen.
And he's the City have given it away, and here comes Werner on the attack.
He's having a look up though, and he realises that there's only really Lukaku up there.
But Laporte tries to win it off him, and Werner does actually win it off Laporte. He's outnumbered by the 3 City players there. Two of them Spaniards, Laporte and Rodri.
He was almost urged by the supporters to run forward, but he didn't have any teammates with him.
When he did have a look, Glenn, he looked
Cancelo. Grealish and Azpilicueta go down. Oh, and there's a fight between Azpilicueta and Grealish once again.
I think he was looking for that, but as you say, the press was again. City seem to have 12 players out there when Chelsea got the ball. They've got an extra man. They're pressing so well. I mean, just Chelsea haven't any idea how to get through them.
Cancelo.
There's Laporte, now Cancelo. Pep Guardiola, a constant figure on the edge of that Manchester City technical area. It's a more relaxed approach in the second half for Thomas Tuchel. Walker. He couldn't quite find Foden. It was a nice idea. He got a bit of space.
He goes straight to Thiago Silva. Cancelo.
Foden beaten by Thiago Silva.
Right, it's Portugal versus Spain. Cancelo versus Azpilicueta, but the Brazil of Thiago Silva tries to win it off, but it is win the ball off, but it is a corner to Manchester City. And while they actually no, hang on. Just quickly see this, obviously, and then I'm going to need to rush back in to flip my chicken.
And a whole succession of corners in the match, Manchester City, without making much happen from them. They've gone short this time to Bernardo Silva. Here's De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Now Cancelo.
Cancelo's going to have a go. Get rid of it. Don't give it to Jesus. It's 1-0. Are you fucking kidding me? City have found a way through. Absolute mental. Bloody bollocks. Just once again, City get the ball. They get the goal they wanted. Their attacking style of play proves it again. And City find a way through. Their possession, their majority of possession today has literally proved that. Freaking get out. The defence could have done so much better. Mendy was standing there. Like, and literally, the centre-backs just cannot get it from Jesus. It deflects off them in a way. And City are 1-0 up. For God's sake. Right, I'm going to check the chicken. Oh, wait, hang on my case. Bloody bollocks.
The goal's saying you can't play with 9 defenders still now on the pitch. Or play the way they've been playing. They have to change something.
You expect it to open up significantly from here. It's a good sign for Manchester City, who have never lost a Premier League match when Gabriel Jesus has scored. 44 matches now, and a goal for him in a Premier League match has always guaranteed them something from the game. Grealish on the move down this side, Christensen over there for Chelsea. Now Kevin De Bruyne, they've got a couple waiting in the middle. Christensen did well. Just say, Glenn, when you watch this Chelsea team play, I know they play with a back three, but they're as good as any group in the world when they're 1v1, the centre-backs, aren't they?
Yeah, they cope and they deal with that, and they're going to probably have to do that more and more as this game goes on, because they are going to have to throw bodies forward, and they're going to have to deal with this 1v1s, as you say. But for me, Chelsea, it's going to be difficult for them to change it unless they go into a back four, because the wing-backs are being pinned back. City all day, Grealish and Jesus have stood out so wide and so high, level with the centre-backs, that it's just forced the wing-backs for Chelsea to
We're 1-0 down. We're freaking 1-0 down. My voice is back. Gabriel Jesus, second Premier League goal this season. Our freaking defence has been broken by Pep Guardiola's side. Chelsea need to equalise. Here's Rudiger. Fuck's sake, come on, boys.
And to work out to this first cross that Chelsea have got in from the left-hand side. Alonso, you normally see Alonso this season bombing forward, getting into those positions all the time, but he's not been allowed to do it because he's been defending so deep.
But this is our second corner of the game.
Second corner for Chelsea, 10 for Manchester City. They've had a whole succession of those. Alonso's delivered.
That was rubbish. Went straight to the City players.
Mendy looking for Aspilicueta, and Eric Laporte there to clear for the Premier League champions.
Right, free kick to us.
Went straight into the face of Thiago Silva.
Bloody bollocks. Come on, cover. Cover, go Werner. Oh, you... Ah! Shit.
First time we've seen Kovacic actually on the ball, playing forward, and just
can't believe he didn't get that and have a go.
Was on down the sides, and that's what Chelsea have got to do. Look to get down the sides of these centre backs.
Kai Havertz, one of 3 Chelsea substitutes, warming up down below us. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and trying to sharpen on the others. Here's Walker. Joao Cancelo. Grealish.
Come on, Aspilicueta, take him on. Oh my God, and that was nearly 2. That was nearly 2.
Just able to reach it.
Brilliant by Jack Grealish. You thought getting onto his right foot was almost impossible. He was there, but he does get it away.
Well, that's it. Liverpool are going top of the league tonight, because I cannot see them losing or dropping points against Brentford at all.
Get down low. Took everybody by surprise, that shot.
Fantastic save. Big moment in the second half there from a Chelsea standpoint. The 11th corner of the match now for Manchester City, taken by Kevin De Bruyne, headed away by Marcos Alonso. And we're about to see the introduction of the man who won the Champions League.
Go on! Go on, Kante! Oh, they're saying they're going to bring Havertz on. Oh, come on, boys. Come on, Aspilicueta. And Cancelo's shoulder motion. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't want to look at it again, thank you. To rub it in, BT, you... Bah!
In towards Lukaku, Laporte there for City. De Bruyne there just ahead of Kovacic.
Fucking win the ball, boys! Ah! Watch De Bruyne score and make it 2. Look, he's fucking clear! What are the fucking boys doing? Get in, Mendy. Jesus Christ, that could have easily been 2.
Clearly offside, wasn't he? If it's clearly offside like that, that's 3 yards.
To be fair, Foden's clearly offside anyway.
It's a lot more open now. The nature of the game dictates that. The offside flag up here against Timo Werner.
No surprise there.
And here comes Kai Havertz.
Come on, Kai. Please, for Chelsea, touch wood. And Kante's coming off. What? I love you, Nagolo. Although it doesn't surprise me that Tuchel's probably resting him for the Juventus game coming up.
Exactly half an hour to play. He's the player that Joe Cole was calling for at half time, Glenn. Kai Havertz.
Well, as you say, it could have been anyone that goes off. But yeah, I think it's the right move. I think it's a forward-thinking move. They've got to take that little bit of risk. But more than that, I just can't see Chelsea getting pressure on the ball high up. City will now look to pick them off and hit them on the break.
Here's Alonso and now Rudiger.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How can he lose the ball like that? And now it's giving on straight to Grealish. Now City will get a free kick on and they're playing on. And now it's going to be 2. Oh my God, what a block. What a block by Thiago Silva. What a block. Anyway, I don't want to celebrate too much because we're still fucking losing.
Thiago Silva, get yourself back in that position.
2 massive moments in quick succession for Chelsea. The Mendy save and then the Thiago clearance that's kept them in the match.
Here's Grealish.
Thiago Silva getting there, back there. The legs, but it was Rodri who won the ball for City. It's roles reversed a little bit. They're going to hit Chelsea on the break.
Hey, look at that. City have had 3 shots on target. We've had none. This is where our boys need to stop defending all the time. We need to actually have a go. Rom's hardly touched the ball all game.
He's holding his shoulder, Steve. Might well indicate it's the landing as much as anything.
Oh yeah, it was fine, wasn't it? And there's the break here. Rodri's been brilliant today. João Cancelo.
He has been brilliant today, hasn't he, Rodri?
Well into the area.
And so is Cancelo. I mean, look at that. That's some block, though, by Thiago Silva.
I can't believe it.
Brilliant anticipation.
Oh, come on. Come on, Kai. Come on. Yes! Yes! We're level! We're level! Fuck you! Fuck's sake! It's fucking offside! Damn it! Bloody Havertz is offside.
Looks at it and thinks, well, he's way offside.
Right, I'm going to be back because I'm going to get my chicken out. Oh my God, so intense.
It's a different game now.
Thankfully, yeah.
The Manchester City goal has changed the whole dynamic. It's a much more open game. Chelsea having to come forward. Spaces appearing at the other end. It should be a fascinating 27 minutes here at Stamford Bridge. Walker to Jesus. Caught by Kovacic. Play on, says Michael Oliver. Off goes Walker. Tons of speed over there. Thiago Silva needed all of his doubts, all of his experience to work out what to do. Did it brilliantly at the end.
Yeah, he covered the ground early. He read where Diaz was playing that ball and went early. Thankfully for him, because I think it was a mismatch if it had been a race.
That's for the equator. Lukaku trying to spin away from the ball, free kick. He's done that a couple of times in the match, Lukaku. It's virtually impossible to corral when he does that.
And that's the place to get it as well. And pin defenders. This is look, he's pinned him. He's shown his strength. He's took the touch round. And who knows, Laporte's on the wrong side of him. And he knows he's in or he's going to get the foul. It's really good centre forward play.
So the yellow card for Aymeric Laporte, the first booking today. It's the situation here that Alonso might fancy, Steve.
Oh, yeah, we've seen it before, haven't we?
The angle's just a little bit against him, as wide as the free kick is.
It depends on Ederson's position, how far he goes over. It's probably in the right position there as a keeper and a taker. You're looking for that top corner, but that wall doesn't look. That wall looks like you could get a right foot around there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look right, does it, Steve?
No, I was thinking the same.
Yeah. Kovacic is the one, if they can just see it. There's a big gap there.
See whether they've worked that out. Three-man Manchester City wall. Ederson waits. Alonso or Kovacic. It's going to be Alonso. Deflected. And that's behind for the corner. Alonso out to take it. Rudiger's in there. Thiago Silva Christensen has never scored for Chelsea. It's a decent one floated in, headed away well by Ruben
I
Diaz.
don't know what the score is now. I hope it's still 1-0 at least. So it is still 1-0. Oh my God.
There's a foul in the middle of Thiago Silva, actually.
Yeah, Silva and Lukaku go down. I don't know whether they run into each other. I was too busy concentrating on the ball. Lovely ball by Kovacic here. Put Alonso back in. Looks onside. Oh no, there's nothing. Nothing. They're coming together between Diaz, Silva, and Lukaku.
That's one of those effortless ones from Ederson. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Makes it look so easy. What a ball.
That was fabulous ball, wasn't it?
Just slicing across the ball. Fizzes it in.
He just looked at us for the credit, didn't he? And said, I'm just going to take you out. Let's get it over you, and Jack's on the ball. Brilliant.
Oh man. Fucking hell, boys. Come on. I thought it was going to be 2 then. Get rid of it!
Behind for the corner. So close again, Manchester City to doubling their lead.
And this is it. They're just waiting for Chelsea, hitting Chelsea on the break. Getting in dangerous positions. It's a lovely little ball across, and Jesus is just looking for somebody to pull it back to, but can't quite find it. They get a second opportunity, but again, Chelsea have blocked well today.
Phil Foden's gone out there to take the City corner. Laporte and Diaz are in there.
Come on, boys, for fuck's sake.
Ruben Diaz, who can head it on.
Go on, cover! Come on! Oh, it's gone straight to Walker.
Just played it, for me, just played a little bit too early. Especially when you look at Walker. Walker's pace was always going to cover the area, but there's a chance for Chelsea now.
The game we expected now, isn't it? 45 minutes of cagey defensive football from Chelsea. Manchester City couldn't break them down, but the goal has made all the difference.
Oh, fuck's sake. Come on, boys. Be happy with a point at least.
Pace was there, wasn't it, for De Bruyne? It's a simple pass for him.
Kovacic intercepted by Rodri. Gets it back again now.
Go on, Alonso. Tries to whip it in.
Header that needed to be won by Ruben Diaz, and then over comes Ederson.
And then, yeah, it's gone straight to Ederson.
not a happy man, is he?
That was the pass from De Bruyne where Grealish, he could have gone inside Christensen or outside. And Christensen cut the ball out.
Oh, get up!
If you missed any of the major incidents, the goal you might want to take a look at, head over